Hello friends, so I have finally found my scrapbooking solution. I never had a little place to do all my crafting, but this is what I have come up with now. So I'm going to show you guys a little tour and I'll start right over here first. This is where I keep all my albums, not all of them because I have probably 10 at my mom's house. And then eventually I will bring them all together. It's just I didn't really have space in my apartment to keep all of my scrapbooks, which I really think is going to be an issue in the future. Right here is some extra American Crafts white 12 by 12 card stack. I really want to get something to fit all of this in. So I have like some collections, so like a Christmas collection. I have the crepe paper like love collection and then some 12 by 12 paper packs that I keep right here. I would love to get something a little bit more like you slide them in, and it's 12 by 12. I only have like 8.5 by 11 ones, and I'll show you them later. And then right here is where I keep all of my extra page protectors, which I also wish had some of the 12 by 12 papers. Now here's I keep all my extra mixed media stuff because sometimes I just want to do mixed media but not make a full card and I can use them later. Here I keep all of my cards that are ready to go and I can just send them off. There is a card along with a envelope, and then in the back here I just have some extra cards that aren't handmade, just extra cards to send. I have my heat tool, I have some extra paper that are already like scored, some masking tape. I haven't really used this yet, but I get a lot of my card inspiration from Jennifer McGuire, so if she has something, then sometimes I feel like I need that too. This is kind of a junky drawer. I have some twine, I have some tags that are pre-cut in a bunch of different colors, and then at the bottom of this is all of my washi tape. It's just a box full of washi tape. I don't really use that much of it, so I really don't reach for this drawer at all. Here's some extra 6 by 6 paper packs. Just in case I need some extra paper. I have some sequins that I got a part of makeup one time, and then I have 3 of these big letters that are gold and white, and then some foam sparkle paper, if you will. Then the next box will be, let's see, all of my thickers, and this whole pack right here are all of the thickers that I have, and then some of the like almost chipboard ephemera. So I keep all of them in a stack right here. This actually fits pretty nicely and it's easier to flip through than what I had before. And then down here I got a bunch of these on sale. They're from like the Daily Market or something like that, Daily Mail. And they have like these little alphas in the back that match the bigger alphas in the front, and I think that they're perfect for project life. And then here's a couple random like smaller ones that aren't necessarily thickers, but they are like word stickers if I'm ever looking for titles. And then I just keep all of my photos in this box so I can I try to keep them sorted through. Doesn't always work. Now this is my desk. This is my current project that I'm working on. Just a pocket page with some of the materials. And then here's my stamp chamois. It's not wet, but when it is clearly loved and used. And then this sits on top of my desk, kind of like a, catch-all for everything. I have my date stamp, all of my adhesives and spray bottle. I have my scissors. A lot of my tools are like creative memories from back in the day. Inkastella, my pens that I use for journaling, including my white gel pens. And then here are some brushes, and I even got this brush, whoops, for ink blending. There's like really expensive brushes on the market, so I figured I would try that first. And then here's my tiny collection of Copic markers. I wish I had more, but dang, they are so expensive. And then here are photos ready to be scrapped, so I just print them out and keep them in the back just for easier access. As you know, I do have that whole box of photos that need to be scrapbook, but that's kind of like what I'm doing now, or maybe the year that I'm working in the moment. And then, sorry this is so bright, I try and fix some of the brightness, but essentially I keep my current kit on my desk for the month organized, and I already have this April one organized on my channel if you want to see how I keep all of the ephemera and everything together, just so I can easily access it. I don't want to have to like keep going back into that box, which isn't very organized. So this is again an overview of my desk and my crafting space. I haven't really scrapbooked in quite a while, so it just kind of looks clean. That wasn't the goal. My goal isn't to keep it clean. I want it to be more usable. Up here I have my distress inks, not sure why. And then I have my Canon Pixma. And then on the side here I have all of my Zig Clean color markers. Is that what they're called? Real brush markers. I really like this solution. I found this pen thing on Amazon. It holds all 80 of the markers. So it was very easy to look into, see what I have and what colors I'm looking for. And then right to the right of my space, I try and keep my most used things just so they're easier to access, but still kind of away. In these photo cases, I keep all of my like puffy stickers and enameled dots. I cut them up just to keep them more usable, and I can store them easily as well. Then I just bought these sequins for future projects. These are all of my wood veneers. And then next, I keep all my cork pieces. Citrus Twist gives you a lot of cork pieces and a good amount of wood veneers, and I had some prior as well. This is where I do my heat embossing. I put it over here, and then all of the little pieces can be easily funneled out back into the crate. And then I call this little area my stamping box. So it holds all of my colors. I use the Catherine Pooler colors, and she just kind of started her collection. So I think that this is what I'm going to try and collect. Here's my heat embossing powder, static powder. I have some of my like embossing powders. I don't have many colors. I have the Nouveau embellishment mousse, which I got in a card kit from Simon Says Stamp. And then I have my 3 basic stamp pads, Memento Black, StazOn, and Versamark. Then I have all my acrylic blocks right to the side. I really wish I somehow knew how to get everything as organized as Jennifer McGuire, but this is just what I'm going to do until I figure out better things. Then in here I have some of my Miss Nouveau drops, I think stickles, and of course you have to have the Heidi Shine Gold one. And then in here I have some extra adhesive, so glue dots from 2 different brands, some extra tape in case I need some, a stapler. So this is just extra stuff, a little bit of mixed media, which didn't fit into the stamping box, and then some extra stuff as well. Here I have my chameleon pens. I used to get a lot of use out of them, but since I got my Zig markers, I tend to color with those more. Back here are all of my stamp sets. I do the Jennifer McGuire organization part, and I name them and I put them in a nice convenient thing to flip through. I have my mini Misty, and these boxes I got from Ikea, by the way. All of my Citrus Twist stamps are organized in these smaller little compartments, and I use that for Project Life. And then here are all of my envelopes. I have a decent selection of colors. I try to get some basic ones from Simon Says Stamp, some Paper Source ones that were on sale when I went there, and then an extra stamp chamois whenever I decide my old one needs to be done. But that's where I keep all of my really like necessity stamping stuff aside from the actual inks. And then in here I have extra cards that aren't going to be sent anytime soon, and I don't even know if I'll keep. Like, I have a ton of Christmas cards that I made this year. I don't know why I just didn't find people to give them to, because now I feel like they're just sitting there, and yeah, I don't know who they're going to go to. Here's my mother of all Project Life. I keep everything in here that I get from the Pocket Life Citrus Twist kits when I'm done with them. It all pretty much goes in here, and I can access it whenever I want. So whenever I'm not using a kit but I want to do Project Life, that's what I use, and it has everything. Now I wish I had these in 12 by 12 but I do have them 8.5 by 11, which happens to be the same size as my watercolor paper, as well as some overflow of the Nina Solar White cardstock. I use 110 pounds, so I keep all of that and the scraps in these hefty little containers. And then here I just have some extra paper from Simon Says Stamp that comes in the kit and extra little kit sleeves, because that's what I keep them all in when I'm done with them. As you can see, I haven't been getting it that long. I only have 4 kits, but I like to keep them all together. I might just de-stash it eventually, because I mean, I'm not going to want to probably use the Christmas stuff in the future. It kind of stinks when you get card kits, because it only works for like that season, and then am I going to use it for next season? I don't really know. Here's where I have my spellbinders, embossing thing where I have all my die cuts. This isn't very organized, but that's just where I keep everything. Down here's all my extra paper from Citrus Twist over the past year, an extra cutting machine thing. Here's extra kits. There's 2 Studio Calico ones and a Citrus Twist one, and then I have my silhouette portrait stored right there. Here's where I keep my lights whenever I want to scrapbook and film at night or just have bad lighting, and then my typewriter. And here I have some of my just like color stuff. So cheap set of watercolors, Staedtler markers or pens. And then I have my Gonzai watercolors. I forget exactly what they're called, but they're really affordable, but really, really good. I highly suggest these if you are on the market for watercolors and don't want to spend a fortune. Then down here, I just have extra ephemera pieces that I keep together in plastic bags. I don't really know what to do with all this ephemera, to be honest. And then some stamp sets that I don't really use, and some extra embellishments that are kind of older. Keep all my foam here for extra dimension. I just got that at Walmart. This drawer was a little hard to open, but all that's in it is really some scrapbooking ideas. I keep them all from Citrus Twist, and then some extra embellishments as well, and an extra thing of typewriter ink. I don't even know what you want to call that cartridge. And this is about it for my scrapbooking room tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I went through everything really fast. If you know, an in-depth thing is what you guys are looking for, I can definitely do that. But I'm really pleased with this, and I've been using it for a couple weeks, and I can't wait to figure out more and better, exciting ways to organize. But this is what I have so far, and it's a huge step up from what I had before. So I hope you guys really liked this, and thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. Thanks for watching. Bye.